show and tell time. Are we going? Camera's on.
We are, yes.
Let's stop the click-clack.
How annoying.
Pipe down in the corner.
Dearly beloved, we have gathered here today to have yet doesn't stay open. To have yet another pen powwow.
Hello.
Powwow.
Hello. Where do we start?
I think I want to know about that pen because I haven't seen it inked yet.
This one?
Oh, good
Yes,
point.
that one. Santa brought that too, didn't he?
Santa brought me a Lamy Alex in pink. Okay, sorry. I'm very sorry.
Why do you call this pink?
A lot of sugar.
Well, rose gold.
Alright.
But pink compared to the other three colors. Which is gold and ruthenium and
Oh, so
some other
it
color.
might be blue then because it's just a different colour than the other two.
Sure. Yeah. Sorry.
Oh, and it has the only nib it was available in.
It's a medium, but it's actually a really nice medium and perfect for my Hobonichi.
Now the question that was asked
Let's see.
to me was colon question mark, is this or is this not an all-star? Just an all-star but with a fancier colour, because apparently, I don't know, I haven't verified it, but apparently Lamy claims that they use precious metal in the
What is
pen
precious
body.
metal?
Yeah, well, exactly. I mean, I can't imagine that put
Okay,
rose gold on a pen body.
There's
is 55
probably
euros.
something that is a precious metal that is not rose gold, I guess, but is in the pen.
Well, isn't one palladium? I think that's a precious metal. Doesn't one have a palladium color, the grey one or something? I mean, I don't know. I've
Well,
only seen.
there's a gold one, but clearly that's not gold plate.
Wait, and this is not really rose gold, I assume. For
It's
55 euros.
It's not. And
that's
I had
impossible.
always just assumed they were all-stars.
Yeah.
Just with a bit of fancy, like bells and whistles, basically.
Bells and whistles.
I mean, they had the finials that match and matching clips in the case, which I don't have right here.
But the point is you like it.
I love it.
The nib came with a pen.
And the nib is black on these pens.
And
They're
it's,
made of steel.
Steel.
They can do the same thing with golden nib. They can black.
Yeah, they have black gold
Yeah.
nibs. Yep.
Cool.
not for these this model. I think.
But you could buy a black
could.
gold nib as an upgrade and just put it on.
Great.
But
I haven't seen.
it's
many
really a good
black
writer.
A black gold nib for Safari?
Yeah, because they have them for the like replacement nibs for the Emporium.
And then they have a little gold strip.
Yeah.
Those
So
ones.
if you really wanted to, you could.
Who would want to?
It's really cool. Probably I would like.
Yeah, I don't know, but
You
it's
don't
nice.
need a gold pen on this. A gold nib on this pen.
Well, I mean, the whole point of this pen is that it's a workhorse,
yeah.
affordable.
Yeah, but
daily
then
writer.
it's called Lux, kind of, right? LX.
Well,
So you may think that maybe then it would have.
Yeah, but then
gold
it's
nib.
then it's like a
Wouldn't be
150
€55.
euro
No, that would
pen.
be 55 euros.
The only
but-
purpose of this is to see the level of ink you
Yes.
have.
But I think it's great.
it's a nice looking Safari.
Absolutely, it's basically just an all-star with some
Not
bells and
quite
whistles,
pink.
but
I don't think it's pink at all.
no, I don't. Yeah, no,
Well,
I
it
guess
depends
not.
on the light.
No, I guess not.
Do you think this is pink at all? Let us know. Yeah, because we are. This is an interactive thing. So.
In their defense, they're not calling it pink, are they?
No,
No.
they call it rose gold.
You're calling it pink.
I'm calling it pink because I'm just ruining everything. I'm a life ruiner.
You're not confused people.
I'm just confusing.
That's
I didn't
pink.
say that.
In case
That
you're
is
curious,
Yeah, that's pink.
the
Yeah.
ink is Diamine Cities.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
we were all so curious.
Weren't you?
So we've had this, and now we have this. Eric, what is this?
That's a pink vanishing point. Limited
Good
edition from...
night.
An actual pink one, yeah.
Ding, 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 ding.
I
Sorry.
forget what year. 2011?
Yeah. I thought it was dying, but it's just ink. It's just ink. Don't call 911.
Look, friend pens.
Friend pens. But you have a different nib, don't you?
I have a stuff. Oh my god!
Well,
3
we're gonna do
friend
that.
pens.
Here.
Oh, yeah.
Wait,
Okay, give me one. Nobody
That
gives
was
me
not
one.
mine.
Like,
That's my stormtrooper.
It's SBRE.
look at this.
That's got a broad. Yeah, that's the broad.
Well, this is also
There's a
black nib.
metallic on here. You got a what?
I have a stub.
And you got a fine.
So I'm like the Jedi,
Yeah.
Sorry, that is a step.
and you're from the dark side.
Yes, yes.
I absolutely love it.
And here's Darth.
Oh, look how nice they look next to each other.
So we have
Darth Vader.
black vanishing point, stormtrooper vanishing point.
Princess
Pink.
Leia.
Princess
That
Leia.
could be Princess
Although
Although
Leia.
she's pretty badass.
And
so
this,
she
I
could
guess,
be
must be Han Solo.
And Solo.
Who's this then?
Because this carbonesque, so he wasn't
Oh, no,
carbonated.
he wasn't
was
carbonite, was he?
C3PO.
This is
Big C3PO.
nerdier by the second.
Oh man.
You
Hey.
But we all have vanishing points.
Do you have your own pens now, or have you been switched up? Because
Such
I never let go of mine.
Oh, that's
Do you have vanishing? Do you own
I
one?
have no vanishing point. No.
He owns no.
No, I don't play that game.
Get out. Get
I don't play that game.
Leave. I don't play that game.
Bye.
Bye.
No, I like the concept of vanishing point. I didn't use mine enough, so.
So you got rid of it, did
No,
you?
no,
sorry.
not so far because then I can't see you and us and then.
Nobody wants to see you and us.
Ow! Ow!
Did I crush your hand?
Alright, so the vanishing point was also a Christmas present.
Oh.
Try not to die. Yes, it was.
And you love it.
I love it.
You've been,
It's still inked.
you've
I
been
read it twice.
drooling over it.
Well, you also put an ink in there that really. I'm very sorry I hurt you. I didn't mean to hurt you.
Yeah, but that doesn't help. You actually crushed my finger between your body and the chair.
How hard was it? It wasn't a car door.
Look at this thing.
A liner.
Look at this. Look at this.
No sympathy.
No sympathy.
So there was the vanishing point, and this is Diamine
It's a medium net?
Hope Pink,
This is stop.
which matches very well with the pen body.
Stop.
Stub. It's
Stub.
like, it's the same one that's in here.
So you get a broader downstroke and a narrower side stroke, but it's
So it's
still
like
it's still a bit rounded
Two
off.
sizes in one net?
No, it's shaped so that you this
That's
is broad,
It is
And
like two
it's-
sizes.
That's an interesting
Yeah,
way of
yeah,
looking
you're
at
Going
it.
this way
Yeah.
it's thin,
Yeah.
if you
You're
go
right.
that way it's broad.
and if you turn it around, you get the same thing again. Okay,
Except you get no flow.
true.
Meow. Brrr.
Alright, I'm not sure how to respond to that, but we'll just continue.
They kind of like each other.
So, I think you wanted to try the stub.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
try the stuff.
You've written with this one.
Yeah.
That's Diamine Hope.
What else did you get for Christmas?
Mine doesn't do that.
Didn't you get this for Christmas?
Ugh, it's a ballpoint. But it doesn't have a stylus. What else did I get for Christmas?
Pen wise.
Well, I have a nib, but it's not available on here.
You have a nib?
Yes, it's an extra fine
have a
for
Pelican.
Go
a,
there.
Pelican M400. But it's
Pelican
really nice.
M400
Yeah,
nib.
yes.
Ah.
It's fantastic because it's
That is nice.
slightly bouncy.
And yet
Which,
you don't have it in a pen.
well, it's in there.
It's over there. We can't
It's
reach it.
just out of my
Try it.
reach.
In a pen?
Can't reach.
In a pen.
In a pen, okay.
In a pen.
It is used.
Success.
Being used,
Is being used.
as it were.
Ah, thank you.
You're welcome.
Ah, thank you.
Your penguin has the same name?
I don't have a penguin, but I have a pelican.
The penguin. The pink one.
The penguin, no, I have a different one.
Yours was
I-
abroad at first.
Mine was a broad, and it is now a cursive italic.
By
Fine
who?
cursive
What's that?
italic.
By courtesy of ?
Cursive
That would be Mike Masuyama.
It's interesting to use.
Mike Masuyama
Cursive
of
italic is the
MikeAtWork.com.
brand?
What's that?
Cursive italic?
Is the type of nib.
What's that?
It
the nib shape, basically, I guess.
does
right? The grind.
on the downstroke it does a broader stroke, and on the side stroke it does a thinner stroke. And generally speaking, you need a nib shaped like this to do that. But see these hard edges?
Yes.
That makes it difficult to write cursive. So they make those a little curved on each side, so that you can still write with it.
But not as
Cursive
much
is-
as with the stub.
Because
The stub is
if I
even
do
smoother.
these two strokes, it looks pretty much the same.
No,
Yeah.
there's quite a difference.
There's quite a difference.
Yes.
You would probably, if you compare them directly, you would feel the difference.
Yeah, try to do that. What you just did, the loopy loops. Try to do it with this.
Loopy
Just do the
loops.
same loopy
The
loops.
loopy loops.
You had to give them the biggest one, didn't you?
Yes, that's what she said.
You might as well tell people it doesn't.
Oh, these are pilot parallels,
Yes, he's doing
which are
quite
great
well with
fun.
that, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yes, yes,
So,
whole theory is-
way to show up!
Out the window, whole theory gone.
The Pilot Parallel calligraphy pens.
And they're a lot of fun.
But see, that is working for you because you're holding that pen so perfectly, what? Parallel to the
Straight.
to the
Yeah, like
to the paper.
Yeah, then it does work. And these pens are fun. They're fairly inexpensive.
They're $10, aren't they?
And they are, I think,
That's-
something
that's
along
fairly
those lines.
inexpensive.
Yep.
They come in a range of nib sizes. Actually, only 4. I don't know if you can call
That's
that
a range. Yes.
But we have now decided that counts as a continuous scale. So
But another fun thing is that a lot of people modify them with their Dremels
yes,
to make like a folded nib. And it's so fun.
like that.
Do you have one?
I do have one.
And is it fun?
It is a lot of fun.
Yeah, but it's not here. It's somewhere in there.
Well, why is it fun?
Because it kind of behaves like a folded nib. So it gives you
That
those
you don't
like
have to constantly dip.
you don't have to constantly dip. And it gives you like folded
So you
nib
change
type line.
your angle of attack
Folded
and
nib.
You can write
Folded
you know,
nibbage.
like small lines, or move it down and write a slightly wider line, or all the way down and write a curved kind of line. It's hard to describe if you don't see writing
So a
samples,
curve?
but
Yeah.
Is
well,
the
a line
curve
that's
line
curved,
curve?
kind of.
Well, these actually you can stand on end and get a line out of a corner of them.
Yeah. Well, that's the same with the modified. It keeps one corner normal.
They're just fun.
Okay.
They're fun.
They're fun. They're affordable. They're pretty
They're-
tough.
If you were to want to get,
If
A
I were
curve-
to want to get,
if one was to
Oh.
want to get such a modified nib, where would you go?
Gold Spot Pens was recently selling them. I think
Who's-
it's
who's-
$25 sorry, for the modified version
On a parallel.
on a parallel.
Okay. Not
So
a
I
dip
mean,
nib.
it's not that bad.
that's
Gold
parallels
spot pens.
10, so the modification is 15.
Well, that's,
1.5 times the price of the pen.
that's a nib modification. I think that's okay. I have it on the 6mm, so it's a lot of fun.
You really need those little teeth.
You'll have to ask Pilot.
Yeah, there's
Because this
something
one
with
doesn't
that.
happen.
There's
I think
something
it's
with
to
that,
draw
but,
ink, isn't
yeah,
it?
exactly. I think so. It's for the capillary action. Because a lot of those big
I think there might be one.
folded nibs have that too.
Oh, yeah.
Just one tooth?
That's true.
One tooth.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
two.
it's older.
Yeah.
Only two.
It's not.
Lost in
It's
teeth.
lost in teeth.
Interesting.
What do you have there? What do you have there? 'Cause
Oh,
that's
what is
fairly
that?
special.
This is a doohickey that we made today, actually, because it's a Noodler's Nippon set, in just like the black ebonite, but try as we might have done repeatedly for many, many weeks, we could not get the 3-time music nib that it came with to actually work consistently or
So
properly.
you put something nice in it.
So we have a
pen?
titanium Zebra G dip nib. So we actually didn't have to do much. We just put it in and then heat set the feed, and he
Okay.
scrubbed the tines with potato, and that perfected the flow.
Yeah, I've never.
Yeah.
I at some point Aziza asked, "What did you do to it?" And I said, "Oh, nothing. I just scrubbed the inside of the tines with potato." Probably the first time anyone has ever uttered that sentence in the world.
But this
But
generally
you do
goes
get
in a
very nice flex with
oblique
it.
nib holder.
Yeah, it's just a dip nib, and eventually it will corrode.
Right, it'll corrode because you keep it in
But,
the ink, and eventually, by tomorrow morning, it'll corrode.
Well, the titanium ones are supposed to last longer. It's my first time using the titanium, so we'll see. The steel ones go pretty quickly if they're like this.
Yeah, that's.
I don't expect this will last that long, so
At first, I thought it was a falcon
it's
nib.
kind of just a test.
So look at that.
Oh.
Just works.
Oh, magnifico!
Wasn't that the one that didn't work?
This is the one that didn't work. Everyone and their brother tried to fix it. It was Dr. Brown who succeeded. So everyone send your
Look how
pens.
beautiful these are.
Yeah.
Watch out, Doc.
Well, I'm glad it works because it was very frustrating that it.
Is this black
Cool.
ink?
That's very neat.
Oh, that's upsetting.
Yeah. That keeps up very well. So,
Okay.
Ned,
I do. Okay, so this should make like a hairline.
green
right?
writing.
Yes, yes.
Oh, and then. Nice hairlines. Everybody be quiet while I concentrate on my writing.
That's beautiful.
Of course it is. It's my hand. That's very interesting.
And so humble and modest.
What is the pen again?
The Noodler's Nippon set. Because it was a $75 pen and didn't work.
You didn't want
That's a
this.
pity.
And I didn't want to just throw it out. Because, I mean, it's a nice large pen. It can be eyedroppered. It's nice. It's a decent pen. You can also put a different number 6 nib on it. But
It's a dip nib? A dip
What's
pen?
in there now? No. The nib that was in there usually goes on dip pens. So it'll be dip, but we put in a fountain pen. So
Oh,
that was,
okay,
you don't
okay.
have to keep re-dipping.
Yeah.
The downside is that the nib will corrode.
Yep.
Because it's exposed to ink
Oh,
constantly.
got it, got it.
Otherwise, you have to like dip, and then when you're done using it, you clean off your nib and put it away.
Well, that's an interesting question. The pen, the nibs that they make for the dip, what do you call them? They're not offset. They're
holders. The oblique.
the oblique nib
Okay.
holders. Those nibs are very flexible.
Yes.
Why can't they just
Super
make those for
flexible.
fountain pens?
It's actually.
No.
Well, those
Oh,
are
yeah.
steel.
We don't have
Right.
steel pens.
Yeah,
steel
but
nibs.
I guess they they make them less durable, I think,
And
because
no tipping.
there's no tipping.
Maybe with the fountain pen that would wear down too quickly. Because I think it's a
Pilot's
fairly...
done something nice here with this one. If you can keep the flow out.
Yeah, it's
But
great.
This is gold though.
Yeah. We should,
But
we
I don't
should-
think the flex on this comes from the working that they did to the gold. It comes in the wings.
The
that they
wings,
put
yeah.
on.
Yeah. It's, we should
Makes
write
sense.
them a letter. Minosk. Dear
Right who?
nib manufacturer,
Nib
why do you
manufacturer.
not do this for
You can do it in February.
fountain
though.
pen? Yes.
Yes, do it in February.
Yeah,
for
February.
Incorrimo.
What is this Incorrimo?
You should watch the video.
What video?
There's some group of people sat at a table and talked all about, how to write a letter. That's what it's called.
Sound like giant nerds.
You think? You think?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I really love this.
You know,
orange.
this is a very smooth nib, I will say.
It's a smooth nib, and I bought the pen because I love the orange. It spoke to me for weeks, and I finally had to buy it.
This is the orange. Can you see it? Nope.
This, what pen are we looking at?
You know, I don't know.
Pilot
Oh,
Custom 74
goodness.
Amber, they call it, right?
I thought they called it Amber.
Amber.
No?
Call it orange.
Oh,
It's orange.
It's not orange.
I
pen.
think it's just listed as Amber on websites.
it is nice. It is a nice pen. Yeah.
What brand is it?
Pilot.
Pilot.
That's it. One pilot.
Just
two
like your
pilots,
vanishing point.
3 pilots.
They're friend
Beautiful.
pens.
Do these count as pilots?
Yes. they become the
Absolutely.
pilot.
I've
There's a
got a-
pilot. There's a
A
pilot.
pen case here full of pilots. Oh, have you seen the nib on that one?
Oh, is that an brush pen?
And,
Oh, yeah.
and brush pen, yes. The trick there is to write your name in a hairline. And we'll all be quiet while you do that. You've gone way beyond hairline there.
Oh, yes.
Try again. Start over.
Well, I'm not known for my subtlety
In any area.
in any area.
It's just a fun thing to use. Like the pilot pen.
It's very difficult to use.
So explain a brush pen to the people who are viewing.
It's a fountain pen that has a brush on the end instead of a nib.
For
And brush.
You can write kanjis with them.
It's also beautiful, clearly maquillé, obviously.
Oh yeah, but it's the screen. Yes, so it wasn't expensive. I mean,
Well,
it wasn't cheap.
it's still
either.
pretty.
Yeah, very, very
Very pretty.
And when you write like this,
Who makes it?
This is a Kurataki.
Okay. You know more about my pens than I did.
It's because I've spent a lot of time stealing
She
his
takes all
pens.
my pens.
True story.
True story.
True story.
And there's that one.
I did just fondle that.
Did you? That's not quite large.
oh, what's this?
No.
That is a Franklin Christoph Model 66
Cool.
desk pen in black with a shadow nib, he's calling it.
Yeah, the shadow
That's also
music
steel?
nib. Also steel. Yeah.
Which is how wide?
Very.
1.9 millimeters.
I,
1.9. What about here? So, in theory, it should be wider than the 1.5.
well, we're going to check it.
Ooh.
Let's do 2 calligraphic notes. I'm going to write down Stephen, I'll write down Steve. And I'll write down...
But what is that ink? Because you put that ink in my pen. Is it
This ink was a bung
It
box.
was.
I'm pretty sure that this was the 4B.
It is wider.
As it should be.
It's called 4B.
Yeah,
What kind of-
4B, which is their blue black.
Is it better than Shakespeare, like 2B, no 4B, or what? I don't get it.
I think.
I asked to be.
Ah.
Don't you like that color?
I love that color.
It's really strikingly blue and still a blue black.
It's still blue, yeah.
Still a blue black.
Franklin
Yeah,
Christoph.
yeah, like it's not
Parallel.
royal blue. I like
Oh,
the
it's
orange,
very
yeah.
But you can't get the ink.
4B or not?
So use this one.
Oh, yeah.
4B or not 4B.
Well, not 4B, I guess. If it's not available, then... Or is this?
Oh, that's the M800. And
An M800.
His little brother, the M400.
M400. Both in
She's
the
so good at
tortoiseshell brown.
I like brush pens, it's so fun. Hello.
Very nice
Now
finishes.
write your name in justifying a hairline as quickly as possible.
It's
In
so
cursive.
oh well you so many requirements. Hairline as quickly as possible.
And cursive. Very nice, Brown, very nice.
Yes. I took
That's
a course.
really hard.
You're gonna ruin my nibs.
Yes, that's what I do. corrupting the young.
That's gorgeous, Aziza. Very nice.
Corrupting
Very
the young.
nice.
Is
Very nice.
it?
That's very, very nice.
There's the spot there.
Anyway,
That's really tough.
But look at you.
But man,
Yeah.
that's so fun.
Look at you.
That requires extreme
You
concentration.
certainly
Yeah,
made
you
the
did a
prize of
great
this
job.
table.
so if you put this, leave it in your trouser pocket, put it in the dryer, and then this comes out.
Yes, that's what
Yeah.
happens.
Just
Exactly.
gonna try it out.
I had to buy another 800
Yes,
because
yes,
everything
yes,
else
yeah.
was- But are they gorgeous?
Yes,
They're beautiful.
they are very pretty.
Oh my
Very
god.
pretty. I've already shown it close up, but let's do it again.
Of your hand or pen?
Both. At the same time.
That design is also stone or just
Plastic. Oh, I don't know if it's plastic.
I think
It's some sort of
Cellulose acetate.
Oh, plastic.
Oh,
Okay. But not a precious resin.
not a precious resin.
No.
and yet precious.
But,
you know.
yeah, precious. Right.
But I think the cap and the section piston turning knob are all resin. So I don't. They differentiate between resin and cellulose acetate.
I'm sure there is some sort of
No, I'm
scientific
still
difference.
touching it.
No, still touching it. And then
This is the one I borrowed.
the one vintage pen I have with me.
And vintage.
And vintage.
What vintage is this?
Maybe Todd, maybe Jim.
Maybe Todd, you don't know.
What was the other one with the black nib?
Maybe Todd.
This one.
Let's see.
It's a shadow nib. They call it.
shadow nib.
Franklin Christoph calls it a shadow nib.
It's not the Visofill, right?
No, the Visofill I gave away as a
To
birthday
someone
present.
magnificent for their birthday.
Why does this one has like
Don't know
Six music
who.
nib. So it's got two
Meow.
slits and 3 times.
I
2
think.
slits and 3 tines?
Yes.
What's the difference? What difference does it
The
make?
tines are the things that stick out, and the
Yes.
slits is the space between them.
And
The
it
grooves.
makes more ink flow through the nib or what?
It's supposed to give a more consistent ink flow. Yeah.
For
you
such
have
a
two,
wide
two
nib.
channels.
Oh, got it.
While it goes out. I have the feeling that we should maybe briefly share the incident of the Visofill manual, because that's
Do tell.
I mean, you are the
Do
main
tell.
culprit.
Yes. Well,
The
so
main,
what happened?
the only.
Only culprit.
Eric bought a maybe Todd Visofill vintage pen at the Tilburg Pen Show when he was here last year, and it was a very nice pen. Came in the original box with the original manual. The day after the pen show, we were going home, and we sat in a little place having some coffee and breakfast. And I thought he gave me the box. I opened the box. I
I've
took
heard
out
the
the
story.
pen, and I thought let's take out the manual, see what it says, because it's the authentic manual that's been in there for decades and decades. I mean, a long time.
Is that why you took it out?
So
Yeah, so I thought
Because you wanted to
let's
read
see.
it?
So I thought
So
let's see what's
precious.
in
I
there.
So
don't know if that
valuable.
was your.
Yes,
I
it
don't
was,
know if that was your
you know,
motivation.
precious,
Highly
valuable, etc.
suspect.
super
So,
valuable,
I-
ancient,
Very. So I take it
A
out,
relic.
and it's like,
a relic.
and I'm holding half the manual in my hand. So I try to put it back in. Of course, it was noticed, my grievous mistake. So value of the pen.
Tried to play it off.
Yeah.
He thought he wasn't going to get
Oh,
caught,
oh.
but the table
He's
was full of
forgetting the
people.
moment that we all realized what he had done, and the look on his
Yes.
face was just like
Priceless.
it was.
It's priceless.
It's
What do I
indescribable.
do now?
Yes, like oh, did they catch me?
Kind of like the face he's got right now.
Anyway.
And then he slowly tried to lower it back into the box.
It was probably the type of thing we should have been there, but I think it was
Well, basically, you
Hilarious.
destroyed a very.
a very precious pen. but
Precious
it's
pen.
not the
Destroyed
first
it. He
time.
just tore it in half.
Yeah. So now you have 2 manuals. Ha!
Twice as valuable.
Twice as valuable.
Yeah.
What pen are you playing with here?
This is yours.
My what?
Your Pelican M800
Oh.
brown tortoise.
I call it a tortoise shell.
I think it is the tortoise shell.
Well, that's what I call
Okay,
it.
it's the
I call
brown
it
tortoise
bad.
shell.
Not even brown, just tortoise shell.
No, it is the brown tortoise shell, right? I'm pretty sure they called it brown tortoise shell.
I think it did. But I call it a tortoise shell.
I call it the brown tortoise.
Open it.
It's brown.
What's this?
What is this? It says.
This was sent to
I
me.
got it.
Yes, it is the Regal John Steinbeck, aka Steinbeck, the author, Matt Black, and Matt
Who
Black.
makes this? Regal?
Regal, and do you know where Regal is exactly?
No.
I do know that I just recorded the review of this yesterday, so it was sent to me by someone who just didn't use it anymore. I think it writes surprisingly nicely, but if I understand correctly, it according to Regal, it goes for about $40.
$40.
And I think that's quite a lot for what this is, because it looks a lot like a Chinese pen to me, which is not necessarily a bad thing, but you buy those on eBay for $1.
Well, it has a pretty standard design. I mean, it's not
Yes.
unique in any way, so
It's
$40
just here
is
the
quite a
ink
bit.
doesn't like.
Flow correctly.
Yes.
Oh, that's entirely possible. I had no issues with the flow. It wrote actually surprisingly nicely.
I think I
but
emptied the ink. So
that's
it's
probably why it
possible it's
doesn't
just
flow.
on its last.
Surprised it's writing at all.
Drudges.
It's a magic pen. You emptied the ink, it still has
I
it.
took it
It's
all
still
out.
writing.
Yeah.
And what's this?
This is a vanishing point.
What kind of vanishing point?
Uh,
A pilot vanishing
a
point?
pilot, yes.
But that
Blue
color
carbonesque.
scheme. Blue carbonesque.
Blue carbonesque.
You dropped it.
Gorgeous. A famous one.
It's
Again,
very pretty.
There's one. Your pen.
my pen.
Your only pen.
My only
Your
fountain
only
pen.
fountain pen.
Yes.
Because the same person needs only one fountain pen.
They say that.
There's no one sane at this table.
Oh,
He's only
I
got
only
one.
have. This really is my only fountain pen.
He could still be insane.
I mean, I have a.
And a pouch. But that's
And a
fair.
pouch,
You
yeah.
have
That's
a
fair.
pen, you have a
It's
pouch.
not just a
you
pouch,
have a
it's a
pen.
kimono.
Pouch.
You've got a pouch.
Now
This
that's,
is a Kaweco something.
yeah, you would think so, but not. Now this is the Otto Dude.
Dude.
And
Hey,
it's,
dude.
I think it's, I think this is a pretty nice piece of work. I was pleasantly surprised by it. It's, I think it's brass, according to
Joanna.
Jet Pens, brass, and they
Oh,
you
sorry.
have them in a
Just
number of colors.
In this little fantasy world.
This is the clearly sort of silver chrome colored, but they also have them in other colors. I like it. It's all metal. The section is plastic, so that is not metal as far as I can tell.
If it's
but
plastic, it's not metal.
no. But I mean, but the rest of it is all metal. So metal barrel, metal cap, posed very securely.
What kind of metal?
It's I think it's brass that they paint.
Inside? Oh, on the really?
That's what Jet Pen said, and I'm you know.
That's
Oh, that's no.
It looks like
that's
aluminum.
not brass.
Maybe there's a
Looks like
brass
aluminum.
liner with an aluminum,
That's
Cool.
possible.
but
That's
It's not heavy enough.
aluminium.
Aluminium.
I do like it. I think.
But
it's,
if you had to pick between the Regal and the Otto,
Yes.
Oh,
you
yes.
pick
Yeah.
that.
I picked this.
Well, I haven't
Well,
even-
it's interesting
Yeah,
I haven't
because
written with either one of them.
it's half the price. So
Yeah.
it's interesting just
That's
to
$24.50,
compare
and
the
then you have
difference.
a,
okay, almost half the price.
a
Does it
nice.
post?
It posts very securely. Yeah, you post it and not bend the nib. You know, like,
Oh, odd. This is nice. How much is this?
$24.50.
Shirley's right. I'm sorry. You have to tell me. again.
$24.50
$24.50 US.
US dollars.
And this
At
one is
Japan.
40?
And this is 40.
Well, you know, this reminds me of a Schaefer.
The shade for a thin one.
Yes.
Yes.
Fun.
The-
Fun, vibrant,
The
fun
V-
motion.
the VFM?
The VFM.
Yes.
Which are generally quite inexpensive. Right?
Nib wise, I like the Regal better. I would tune that
Well,
Otto a bit, but
the fact that it has no ink in its writing is pretty
it
impressive.
is
It's-
impressive.
It's possible there is ink, but I don't think there was.
Regal.
We can open it up and check.
Well, why don't we open this up and check? Yeah, there's
the-
definitely.
Oh, there's a lot of
Oh,
ink.
lots of ink.
Oh, never mind. Didn't empty them.
Liar mouth. Of the two, I prefer this
A
one.
liar mouth.
Which one? This one?
This
I
one.
prefer this one too.
Yeah, yeah.
But I'm drawn to the aluminum.
Yeah, I like aluminum.
Well, it has a neat look. Yeah.
It has a neat look. It's
Look.
do you see that? It's a neat look.
It has a
Well,
neat look.
what I like is it has facets, so it doesn't look very cheap.
It
In the
looks
middle.
like a,
It's
a
kind of-
stretched out skinny
I mean,
Quebeco.
it's kinda nice
It's
to have.
Quebeco.
Well, I mean,
But it's
I
round
knew
at
it
the
wasn't
top,
like
isn't
a
it?
Quebeco, but what
totally
am
But round.
Yeah, totally
I
right.
didn't say I wanted it.
No, you have it. Because it was sent to me, so you have it.
Oh joy.
You never want to see that
You're
again.
so lucky.
Oh, joy.
Here, take this one too.
Yes. Why add it here?
No, this one is the
I want
deposit.
the M1005 people.
He wants that 1005.
What is this?
That's a
this-
good one.
That's actually not bad. It's when we were in Nuremberg at the Insights X, the sort of paper, what do you call that, stationery expo. Online was there, and they gave us this. Online's a company. Make
Are they
German.
online?
They are online.
Oh.
Sort of a German school pen company. I think caters a lot towards adolescents, etc. Yeah, they're also called the college and the campus and all that. And this one, the nice thing is, this is a 1.4 millimeter nib that I think writes pretty well. Keeps up
A touch
pretty well with
springy.
ink flow. And it's nice that you can get those types of nib widths.
Okay, but the
because-
best part is this pen is like €5.
Yeah, it's €5.
But that's with that, so it's actually less if you ship it.
And then you have a 1.5 millimeter.
And it's a piston filler, I suppose.
Oh yes, and it's
Double
precious.
reservoir.
Double reservoir.
It's precious
Power.
plastic.
I mean, it's just plastic, and
Yeah,
it's
it's
probably
okay.
the
Can you
pen
write with it
body will likely
without
break,
posting?
but
You can write it without posting.
Yeah.
It looked a little big.
It is pretty.
It was a little
it
bit.
doesn't post the greatest because the end there is
I don't
kind of
think you have
strange.
to.
Yeah, but it's a
Completely
really
plastic,
nice
though.
nib.
Yeah, it's completely plastic.
Completely.
Everything. The only thing metal is the nib.
No reverse writing.
No.
No,
We found one.
but
You could buy 2 pens though.
Well, I mean, for €5, it's kind of hard. Given that it writes better than some €500 pens I've seen,
That's impressive.
it writes.
I'm 100% sure that I emptied that one for me.
Probably.
100% sure.
100%
Shall we
sure.
wager your M1005?
No.
Not 100%.
Let's look at it. Let's look at it.
Looks like it has lots of ink in it. No, it's completely out of ink. I'm surprised it was writing at all. €5.
€5.
But that's
online.
really awesome.
Online.com?
I don't know.
Couldn't buy them.
It's a
Online
German company,
pen company.
Something.
They do have a website and they have a lot of
And is that all they
products.
have is the 1.4 you said?
No, they have extra fine, medium. They have left-handed. They have 1.4. I think they go up
They
to
have
1.9.
1.1, 1.4, 1.7,
A nib?
Maybe not on this one,
1.9.
but they do also make calligraphy pens with broader. I think up to 1.9. Or
They're
something,
really
but,
nice nibs.
Left-handed nibs?
Yep.
What's the difference?
I haven't
especially-
used that one.
I've never
Yeah,
really
it's
understood. Lamy has it as well. I'm
I don't
guessing
know
a slightly
either.
different grind, but I don't see
Slightly
how.
different grind, and the lefties that I know like them.
Yeah.
To say it actually works.
Interesting.
So get one.
I guess when they polish the tip, they maybe polish it at an angle that would be
Better
where if
for
you're
writing.
moving it this
Yeah,
way instead of writing, or sorry, yeah, like
Yeah.
if you're
So
you know.
all the normal ones like this, and most of them have like
Should be
right-handed.
Yeah. Although I still don't really understand.
Although I know a lot of left-handed people also just use
whatever.
Whatever.
That's so
I
interesting.
think that might help if you have a very specific left-handed style. I wonder if they design it for over or
Well, I
under
seem to
writers.
remember. Sorry, people.
Goodbye. Nice seeing you, Brown.
I seem to remember that the ultimate book of pens,
The ultimate book of pens.
appropriately named the ultimate
Tome,
book of
as
pens,
it were.
had a thing on left-handed nibs, which seemed slightly Lamy sponsored, but could be wrong. Let's take it
Not
down.
a sponsor.
Do you have any more of this ink?
I have no more.
Which one is it? That's a beautiful ink.
Yeah.
I'm really wondering if it's the 4B or Omazaki. I'll have to look at my writing sample to tell you for sure.
Examples of nib widths, and then they have LH, but that looks just like an oblique the other way around. So I think that's a right foot oblique. So that, but
Wow.
these look like Lamy nibs to me, but that could be just me. Anyway, sorry, I just want to show this. It's a cute book, the ultimate book of pens. It's nice, and I have a little thing with nibs,
Cute. It's a cute book.
Well, it's a cute. Yeah, I mean, it's not. I wouldn't necessarily call this
Quite heavy though.
the best book on pens, but it's nice to have nice information, and I think it's trilingual, so you can either read it in English, German, or French.
Oh. Bone up on your
Or
skills.
I could just call you about a question. Would you look this up? This
Look
would be
in
the librarian,
ultimate
the
book of
research
pens. I'd be like,
librarian.
wait a minute, yeah, it's right there, isn't it?
Well, that actually belongs to Tarquin, doesn't it?
That's not
Yes.
pen.
Yes, it's Parker number 45 eyedropper.
Ooh.
An eyedropper.
There.
What is an eyedropper?
A pen filled with an eyedropper.
It's not a self-filler. You have to open the barrel and,
None of my pens fill themselves, so I don't know whether.
Good
you
point.
know, like work. I don't know why they
you
call
put
it
it
that.
on the nightstand at night, in the morning it's refilled.
Well,
like
I just
my
say,
iPhone.
Yeah, you got your pens.
Oh yeah, self-filling.
Yeah.
Very nice, very nice.
That's
Um,
self-filling.
Is this my pen?
In a
that
way.
is your pen. And typically they use little pipettes.
See this here again.
Are they pipettes or pipettes?
I call them pipettes.
Okay, so that's fine.
That's what we used to call them in like labs.
Yeah, and if you have a bunch of them together, it's a bagpipe pen.
Bag pipettes.
Oh dear.
Never mind.
Dear.
What have you got there?
Oh
What's in
dear.
that case?
Oh, this is just one of the cases of ink
What
pens.
what
One.
okay. Yes, what have you got? Let's see.
Okay, I have a Ken Caver's cigar
That's
with
a
a
nice
Fuda
pen.
nib.
Oh, it's a cigar. Okay.
Hell yeah.
You're milling.
I know.
They should-
Super fun nib for a couple dollars.
So, could someone explain why the
Is it
shape
a
of...
Fude?
Well, at some point, what happened? Someone dropped the pen and thought, "Oh, it's a good idea."
You know it's eyedropper, so don't
Yes,
fling it
be
around.
careful there.
Oh, that's,
Oh my god.
It's too late now.
Yeah, it's your apartment.
Yeah.
Flinging if you want flinging.
Make them
So,
dance if
what's
you
the purpose of that?
Well,
want. Good question.
so you hold the pen.
Why would I prefer having one of those?
I don't know that you would.
Yeah.
You hold the pen upright and it draws this kind of a line, which no one can see, but it's a thinnish line.
Okay.
A little further down with the angle, and you've got a larger line, and very
Okay.
far down, and you get. Now, what's that one that you have? Is that your classic pen?
the cross point. Yeah.
It's
yeah.
also like a Sailor Zoom,
So it's
Yes.
actually
you know?
different.
Well, it depends on. You see how,
On how you do it.
it's tilted up, so you can use a little of the writing surface or all of the writing.
Or the
surface.
back.
Or the back.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
In the back, you can.
I imagine it's for writing characters, like
Yeah,
not for
graphics.
Western writing.
not for
Different
Western.
sizes of.
But it's a lot
nibs
of
at
fun.
once.
It's fun.
Yeah, it's kind of.
It's a fun nib for a couple dollars.
Yeah, and the nice thing is that was actually a Jinhao nib, so you can get them on eBay fairly easily. You have to look for Chinese calligraphy pen or something, a Jinhao calligraphy
Look, Sailor
pen, and
makes
then-
one as well, and it's like
Yes.
$25
Right.
or something.
Yeah, I know, but this
Profit?
was, I think it was
The
$5.
profit, yeah.
Profit.
Yeah. So if you don't
Super
have a pen
fine
to
if
put
you
it
do
on,
Use it backwards.
it's a lot of fun for
playing.
not very expensive. It's a very soft nib to bend.
I mean, that's fun.
Like it's not flexible, but if you put too much pressure on it, you
It
can
springs.
you can
It springs? Oh, I mean, it's springing. You don't
and
spring
then it
it.
goes like
This
this, but you can push the tines back together because it's quite soft. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's not the greatest quality nib. It's just inexpensive
You
and
hand
fun.
break it.
But what about the, because not everyone may know what Ken Kafers is.
Ken Kivers is a
a
custom
person.
pen maker.
It's a person. It's not like a national park.
In
No,
Canada.
so- yeah.
Canada.
He's on Instagram if you have Instagram as Ken Cavers, Cavers.
And he does custom pens, but I think he does a very nice job.
They're beautiful.
They're beautiful.
They're very nice, but not just that, because,
I mean, it's
They're
not
so
a super
comfortable.
fancy pen, but I really
Yeah.
like the material.
Oh,
and-
is that the Mont
this was my first custom pen, so it's very special.
special.
How is that paper? No, I'm talking about paper.
Rainbow.
It's actually really decent. You
It's-
have to
it's
try it.
decent.
I have to try it. It's not bleeding. Bleed through.
I don't recall.
Not extremely, no.
That was with the,
Any
but even
feathering
with
is
the,
extreme.
no,
No, I
there's
don't think it
feathering.
really feathers. They're just insanely expensive, these notebooks.
This is like
What, for that
70
price, they
euros or
shouldn't-
something.
They shouldn't.
7-0.
Yeah, the big one is like 150 or something. It's crazy. Let me try it.
You try it.
I'll
Here,
try it.
I'll give you an page.
And page.
You're so lucky to have Anne Page.
Hand page.
Hand page.
A
If you
whole,
like.
a whole page
Oh,
for
what am
yourself.
I losing here? But it doesn't post.
No,
It does not pose, but it's lovely. He also made a matching pen pillow for it in the same material, so it's very cute.
Cool.
Like it.
What's a pen pillow? For those of us who don't know.
That's a good question. Just a little pen rest, so
Like a
that
little chopstick
you can
rest,
like like a chopstick rest. So you could just like
So
put
it's
your
not
pen
really
on it.
soft like a pen.
So it doesn't like roll away.
It's a piece of acrylic
It's a piece of acrylic.
that has a little indentation.
Smell the inside of the cap.
Really?
Must have.
Yes. Doesn't it smell so good?
I want to do that. No!
You smell it?
Describe good.
I love it. It's so good. Anyway, it's a couple years old. 4,
It smells like.
and I still smell it. I really like it. It's eyedropper.
Yeah, that's
Glad you said something before I got too far there.
I was like, that's not a good idea. Oh, that's hilarious.
Not a good idea.
Not a good
Very lovely
one.
green. What does he call this? Green?
Green swirl.
Green swirl.
aptly
Nothing,
named.
nothing tricksy.
I like that one.
He's stealing my pens.
Uh,
I'm stealing
what goes
his
around
pens.
comes around.
Look, if you steal someone's pen, they're probably going to steal yours.
This is a classic, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
A sailor pen made by Classic Pen Company.
Yeah.
Or a classic pen made by the Sailor Pen Company.
Do you recall
Could
off the
be.
top of your head how much larger it is than the King of Pen?
I thought it was 5 millimeters, so that's
Okay.
half a centimeter. That's not
Okay.
a lot.
No, no.
And yet it makes a difference. It does actually make
But I
a
think
difference.
I've seen 3 of these in this apartment tonight. Am I?
Possibly.
Or 4 if you count the little one.
No, that one doesn't count.
Yeah,
That doesn't
yeah.
count, right?
They are very nice pens, though.
Are they that nice? though? You need one in each color? Is that-
Well,
Yeah.
for me, it's the nibs. You know, like
What is this part in the end of the nib?
Well,
that's the cross point.
they put an extra piece of nib on top of the main nib, and they weld them somehow together so that they can make this wide cross point.
With what
I'll
purpose?
show the people.
To
That's a
make
good
different
question.
line variations.
Again-
Everybody wants line variations, and
Okay,
this is
to have
probably
line
very
variation.
good for kanji. And
Yeah, I think all of these
Oh,
nibs
cool.
are for
Sorry.
the Japanese
characters
market.
and stuff. But I
Japan
mean,
is huge with fountain pens.
I mean-
Always has been.
of course, I just mess around with it and
So it's-
I like writing with it. But
It's
I,
to play with line variation.
yeah. I mean, if you were to
Very
use it for its
interesting.
actual purpose, then you could use it for writing.
So it's like one nib and the tip of another nib on top.
Yeah.
I have one nib. I have another nib. I have a nib, a nib, a nib, a nib, a nib. It's a new song.
Oh my god.
It's
She has to
recorded
live with
now,
this.
so it might be.
Might be.
Alright, not my favorite.
But
Oh
it's
wait,
a lot
the
of fun.
record isn't on.
It's,
Not
Well,
my
it's
favorite.
gold. I know how you feel about gold.
I meant the nib.
Oh, the nib.
I mean the
It's-
this
yeah.
fude that you have.
I think the
Here was more
the
fun.
pen is pretty.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think the red one is my favorite. The other
I
kind.
like
know.
Sam.
I agree.
Then the green, then the brown.
I didn't like the red in person, on pictures, and then I saw in person, and I was like, oh, that's actually really nice. So it's quite lovely.
I'll say the red and then oh yeah, the red,
Oh yeah.
the red and the green.
Gee, where'd you get such a gorgeous pen?
Where did you get such a gorgeous pen?
I think that was a gift from my wife.
Oh,
Where'd she get it?
Found it in a bin. It's like, walking down the street, found a pen in a bin. Here you go, tenner.
Action.
not surprisingly, it was from Sarge.
Not
Sarge,
surprisingly.
the one-man pen show.
Sarge Min has pen vendor, see him at
S.A.R.J..
all the pen shows. Very nice guy. Yeah, it's SARJ. A lot of people think like, "Tan," but it's not that type of
But that is
Sarge. It's a
terrifying.
different type of Sarge. It's Sarge like SARJ.
I didn't know you could say
His
that.
name.
No, I hope he doesn't make it ever again.
No, well I could, if you ask.
It's the same thing with the two nibs.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. It's just fun. I mean, if you really
Is this
like
corn
writing,
poppy?
this is corn.
That is corn pop.
I think
Nice
It
ink.
is certainly
he
be a
exclusively
nice
uses corn poppy in this. No one cares about that one.
What's this little baby thing?
That's the
It's less
LM1.
exciting.
That's again, if you put that in the dryer,
So it's like the same one but smaller.
it's similar, but yeah, it's not
It's the
exactly
same
the
one, but
same
smaller,
model,
yeah.
but it is a bit
Different
smaller.
nibs.
What nib?
That's an italic nib, and this is just a Bock nib. It is.
How'd that happen?
It's what classic pens put on. These are also a lot less limited. There's only
A lot
30 of
less
these,
limited.
60 of these,
50.
50. That was somewhere right, somewhere in the middle. And those were I think 500 or so. So it's a much less limited edition. I do think it's a very nice italic. As
That's
italics go.
wonderful.
Very smooth.
Anybody work on it?
No.
Really?
Just out of the box. I think.
Yeah.
I made it a little wetter maybe.
No, you didn't.
Well,
You
it's
cleaned
not.
it.
It's pretty
I
wet.
cleaned it well. Yeah,
It's
yeah.
nice.
It
and-
is-
It
it's
needed a
It's
good
nice and
cleaning
wet.
after being dipped so many
Yeah.
times. But
The nib's different.
Yeah, the nib is different. The smaller one just has an italic nib. The other ones the people have
Just an
already
italic
seen.
nib. It's much more useful than that.
It is. That's why I liked it because this is a lot of fun.
oh, what a shame that.
Well-
All right, I'll keep it.
I will keep any pen.
Me.
What else you got there?
Me in it. All right.
Z.
Okay.
Oh, my Mont Blanc.
That is the
Can you
moon
do that
pearl.
again, please?
That's
Moon pearl.
It's the moon pearl, and it had a
Pearl.
medium nib, which was actually quite nice.
So what is the moon pearl?
The moon pearl is just it's a 146, and they put this design over top. And they do this every year. I think the next year was like the Masters of Firenze.
Firenze.
That is
And I think now it's like an alligator one.
Grazie.
So
very good.
They need to see the nib on that. That's
Yes,
yes,
that's the
so I
same
put a
as this.
different nib on it.
bespoke.
A bespoke music nib.
What about the design of color?
The design they
Precious
took
resin?
Well,
there is this is
precious,
resin.
The black stuff is precious resin,
Precious resin.
and then it's
And
got
Tahitian.
Tahitian.
They call it Tahitian black lip oyster.
Wow.
So
So
I
it's not even
guess
oyster.
I guess just because to
So
get
it's
the
mother
consistent
of
color.
pearl.
Yeah, it's just like the consistent color.
And what's this white thing on the top?
That is mother of pearl.
That is mother of
Yeah.
pearl.
Mother.
Really
Yeah. The little star. It's probably just a very thin layer, right?
amazing.
But it's
Does it
very
matter?
it's pretty.
One thing that I really like about this pen is the eye for detail because there's a little stopper in the threads. So if you cap it, and the strips of routing always line up.
But you should feel the mechanism just as it
So you
closes.
should, it's a very nice thread.
It's very satisfying.
just It's you can't overturn it or whatever. It matches up.
I really like the weight of the
Yeah.
of the
Yeah.
whole pen. I
It's
mean,
very
it's a little heavy,
Yeah,
but
it's
I
a
like
lot
it.
heavier than you would think it is.
No.
No, it doesn't do that.
But for me, I don't usually post.
And it's quite
And you
heavy.
wouldn't have to with this heavy.
No,
pen.
no.
But I mean, what do you write with this?
I practice calligraphy with
Groceries.
it.
Musical notes, maybe?
Yeah, but I do like to practice with it. I mean, it's completely absurd.
And it sings.
And it sings.
I love. I know, like
like
some people
that.
hate it, but I like it. Cause it's like, "Hello, I am writing for you," or something.
What does it sing? What does it make that sound?
It's some type of resonance in the.
Kind of like the
nib
cups.
type
I
of-
think it's just the
Yeah.
right frequency.
But it's the nib?
Yeah, it's the nib.
Or the nib and the ink.
No, I think it's the nib and the
It doesn't-
paper. Because it doesn't do this in all paper, but this
Oh.
is slightly toothy.
Well, it's Mont Blanc paper with a Mont Blanc pen. They're happy to see each other.
Oh, they're happy.
singing.
And just so that you know,
It's like true love.
so it's a very, very wide nib.
Yeah, that's quite interesting.
I mean, clearly this is not for everyday use for most people, or
Oh no.
most people would not find any need for this, but I find it enjoyable.
You have no need for this.
No,
You
I
have
have
a
no need
desire.
for most of these things, right? But I enjoy it, so it's fun.
What else you got?
What else do I got? Okay, I have a Nikaya cigar portable. The one's portable because it doesn't have a
Portable
clip.
cigar.
And it's the Milky Way
Milky Way.
with a
Milky Way.
with a medium nib with an elastic
Well,
elastic
it's
grind.
really
Thank
quite
you.
beautiful.
Yep. With
It
the
is
rod
beautiful.
in. And that actually turned out very nicely on camera, I think.
That's actually that is a shell too, right?
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. I
So
got
it's
it.
mother of pearl, whatever they used, and when they put this on a pen, they call it rotten for some reason.
Yeah, I think
I
it's,
think that's a technique,
it's
right?
abalone.
Yeah.
Abalone.
But abalone
shell, I think,
is
and then they
mother of
crush it,
pearl.
Yeah, and then you
What
do
nib
the
is it?
thing with the
That
thing.
is an elastic medium.
Made by Nakaya.
Yeah.
And they've got those wings too.
They have the little wings. Otherwise, they don't have the
For
wings.
making it
Mhm.
flexy.
A little softer, yeah.
Oh.
I mean, it's not like a vintage full flex, but it's when you write
Oh, it
with
has-
the regular.
It has some
It has bounce.
bounce.
Yeah,
It's not
yeah.
necessarily changing the line at
It's
all.
bounce.
Put a little pressure on the down and
You'll feel the
You'll feel-
Oh,
bells.
okay.
no trampoline.
It's like, oh, yeah.
Oh, cool.
Anyway, so I was at Sakura Fountain Pen Gallery.
Were you? Oh, name dropping.
I went to-
Anyway, I was at
What country
Sakura
is that
Fountain
in?
Pen Gallery
It's worth a visit if you're nearby.
in Belgium.
It was very lovely. We spent a while there looking around. And
Yes, and the owner, Catherine, is a very,
That's
very
very
knowledgeable
Yeah, yeah.
on Japanese pens and
Very
And this was a
techniques.
gift.
No, I bought that myself.
This was your
Sort of.
opportunity.
What?
This was your opportunity. Say, oh yeah.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
on video and I can't say no.
Oh, yeah.
Now.
Beautiful.
It is beautiful.
And now it doesn't line up.
Now, it doesn't like
Yeah, it
that.
does line up if you
Completely
just
ruined
need to rotate it.
Completely ruined it.
Oh, yeah, forever.
But they
just-
should have only put one entrance on those threads, and you know,
Well, they should have done what Mont Blanc did,
Probably.
because then you have no issue. Now
Exactly.
it's like, oh yeah, didn't work that time.
it would have been more expensive. Not that it was inexpensive.
Aren't you guys bored of my pens?
Well, we don't need to see those.
Show us something really interesting. What's your favorite
Yeah.
pen?
Oh, please. I only have favorite pens.
What does that mean? I think your favorites are not here. Your moonlight, your sunshine,
Oh, that's in the
your
other case.
over the rainbow.
Over the rainbow.
Over the wouldn't that be amazing if they made it over the
You
rainbow?
heard it here first.
But not the Monte Grappa rainbow. But
No,
like,
no, no, no.
like
no.
a
We're
like a
talking
shell
about
rainbow.
A shell rainbow on a Pelican M1000.
I would buy that in a heartbeat. You could even just make one, not just buy it.
Oh, I'll do that.
Now they're gonna make it.
Give me your
I hope
give me
so.
your M1005. I'll make
I-
Now
it.
they're gonna make it.
I hope so.
All right, so we approve of the Mont Blanc paper.
Yes.
We don't approve of the price.
It's completely unaffordable.
You
for,
said it's 70 euros.
I am pretty sure this
Oh
one
my
was like
God.
70. But the little ones are something like 40, like tiny little pocket
Well,
size.
I like paper, but I'm not going to like it that much.
Smaller than
than
that.
this one?
Smaller than that and less paper.
This is Clairefontaine, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right, so the paper here is going to be
I think
fantastic,
it's like 4 or 5.
and it's 350.
350.
No way. Oh my
What's
god.
that say all there?
Yeah, 350.
Yeah,
Here's
it's a
Rhodia.
nice. Hang on.
Rhodia, you can't go wrong with Rhodia, and this is what, 5?
Yeah, that's the R, so maybe a little
550.
more, but
Amazing.
Fiver.
yeah, it's unfortunate because
what
it's
you're-
really nice.
What you're paying for in where'd it go?
This is a Tomore River, also from
A Tomato
Sakura.
River?
Tomato River,
Wow.
but
Oh, do you have a spare sheet of this somewhere? I
Got it.
don't think Robert's ever had Tomato River paper.
you're kidding.
I don't think so. I don't keep it
Oh
around.
my god! What?
It's hard to get sheets. Pads of it. It's hard to get notebooks.
And
of
then
it.
if you have a pad, you transport it and
Yeah.
crinkle.
I
so-
mean, I like the paper.
It's a very, very
I might
thin
love the paper.
Japanese.
You
but
might.
It's just not
Practical?
practical for any kind of travel. Or
No, that's a fair point. But it does
But it's
crinkle
very
beautifully.
fountain pen friendly.
Yes.
Yeah.
And very, very thin.
Very thin.
Yes, it feels right when
Doesn't
you.
bleed through
when you
even though
write
it's
on
so
it.
thin.
Amazing.
Yeah,
Very nice.
yeah.
What's the real name of it?
You
Tomoe? Tomoe River, but I always call it Tomato River.
Doesn't
so
even know what the name
I
is
forget
anymore.
the real name.
Yeah,
That's what happened.
Tomoe River.
See what happens, Larry?
But I'm pretty sure that this still costs less than that, and that was handmade.
Yes, so what you're paying for there is the name.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the start.
It has a star on it.
And
And
you
it's
can put
mother of
that on.
pearl, right?
And put it on a pen. Yeah, move on.
Come on.
Well,
Yeah,
let's
the pen,
see.
yeah.
Let's see if there's
Yeah,
any
mother of
other.
Put it on. No, it's not. I'm kidding. Put it on
Yeah,
there.
put it on
You
there,
know,
yeah.
There's no other identifying. Well, there's a
But it's
watermark.
pressure-
It
pressure
says like look
drying.
at the bottom of every page. Doesn't
So,
it?
yeah,
Or is
that's
that
not
Moleskine?
exciting.
But I
amazing.
can print you that.
There's,
for
there's a
free.
Yeah,
watermark
it's really
on it.
nice paper.
Impressive.
Very, very nice paper. Everybody
I
loves
mean,
Tomato
I
River.
put a lot of ink
A
there.
lot of ink. You use practically a paintbrush on that.
What's also interesting.
You just took the whole pen, just emptied
Just
it.
emptied
you
it
know.
out.
This was made for the Sakura Fountain Pen Gallery by Anna, who is.
GATS BCN. GAT said
And
BCN.
what's it again, an Etsy shop?
Z,
Or what
is that
it?
a Z?
Sorry, Z.
Okay.
I think it's also called GATS BCN.
Okay, she makes notebooks. I have reviewed one of these, but I don't think you can praise her work enough because this is actually leather bound. It looks like, from this side, it looks like a medieval manuscript. She uses Tomoe River and other stuff. The binding is excellent, and these are
beautiful.
beautiful
Yeah.
Does
notebooks.
that elastic thing work?
That elastic thing works.
It's nice. It's
mean,
a nice
you-
size. You can take that out. That didn't come with it. I just.
You pay a little bit for these, but
yeah,
you
but it's
also
still
get
it's still less than this.
And
yes,
still there.
a handcrafted notebook with leather. That I mean, this basically you can pass
Yeah.
on to your grandchildren. So I mean that.
And like
I think is-
150
You're
pages of
mostly paying for-
Tomoe.
You're mostly
Yeah.
paying
Yeah,
for the
so-
brand.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, at least the paper's nice.
Yes, because they had the
Because
note
they
cards.
had note cards
and
that were
those
not nice.
were not nice, which is kind of.
What's this?
Unfortunate.
Secret
Oh, just
little
a-
note here. Oh, what's
They
this
finish this
photo?
with white gold.
That's
right.
pretty.
Oh yes, the precious,
The precious gilding.
texture.
It's like,
precious
oh,
gilding. That's quite nice.
It is
Nice.
beautiful. Yes.
Well then,
Well then,
And she makes them in all kinds of sizes, so it's really
you have everything custom made.
all right.
very good.
Well,
I guess that's it.
I think that concludes our business.
I think so. Wow, wow, wow.
We
Wow,
wish
wow,
you
wow, 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 pow.
a very.
Wow, wow.
I have to live with this. We wish you a very happy new year,
Bye.
a merry 2017, and all kinds of happy things. In
What did you get for
A
Christmas?
merry 2017.
That's a brain.
Or for New
No, no,
Year?
no. That's
This
not
is
only a brain.
SBRE brain.
Yes. SBRE brain.
You have to- yeah.
That's really gross to watch it.
This was a Christmas gift.
This was a
Yeah,
Christmas
yeah.
gift. Yes, yes.
Someone
A
who
brain.
knows you well.
Who
gave
knows
you
me
that.
well gave me a brain.
She's needed one.
You study some things around here.
Yes, yes. It's
Because we've had endless classes on the brain now, thanks to this toy.
yeah, it's
Endless.
hard.
Endless classes.
You're gonna take that to your
I
I think we were
classes.
saying goodbye.
Yes. Yeah.
Like
Anyway.
you fondled
We'll
her brain.
gladly see you later.
Bye.
Well, glad. Who says that? Bye.
Bye,
Hasta la vista.
baby.
Baby.